Good morning, everyone. My name is Carrie McKinkle, and I am a school certifying official in the Office of Veteran Success. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. At this time, Syracuse University would like to acknowledge, with respect, the Onondaga Nation, firekeepers of the Haudenosaunee, the indigenous people on whose ancestral land Syracuse University now stands. To begin our program, please stand if you are able and welcome Joshua Tapia, an Army ROTC cadet, as he sings our national anthem, and remain standing for the delivering of the invocation by Reverend Dr. Brian Conkle, Dean of Hendricks Chapel. Joshua.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me for the invocation. Here in this space, we are gathered, bonded by a sense of duty, fused through a thirst for knowledge and wisdom, and held together with a holy longing for freedom. Here at this time, we are gathered to lift up and live out our values, to be reminded of our hopes, dreams, and possibilities for a more peaceful future. In this space and at this time, as these graduates commence forward, may we all be woven together to spark and sustain liberty and justice for all. This is our prayer, O God. We trust it is your desire. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Joshua and Dean Conkle. Welcome to our 2023 Student Veteran Commencement Ceremony, in which we recognize student veterans who are graduating this weekend. We are grateful for many special guests here today. Among them are Chancellor Kent Severud, the 12th Chancellor and President of Syracuse University, Dr. Ruth Chen, Professor of Practice at the College of Engineering and Computer Science, Dr. Mike Haney, the Vice Chancellor for Strategic Initiatives and Innovation, many deans from our schools and colleges, members of the Chancellor's leadership team, and members from the Syracuse University Board of Trustees. Thank you for joining us. Chancellor Severud has pledged to make Syracuse University the best place for veterans. We appreciate the Chancellor's commitment to this noble cause. We continue to work hard to implement his vision by developing academic offerings, cultivating research, providing advising, career services, and a variety of other forms of assistance and support to our veterans and their families. And we are not doing this alone. Support from private industry, our elected officials at all levels, the Veterans Administration, and nonprofit organizations devoted to helping veterans is crucial. They are strategic partners with us in a total team effort to do right by those who have worn our country's uniform. For those who may wonder why Syracuse University is committed to serving veterans, the simple response is that supporting veterans is simply a part of who we are. It is in our organizational DNA. Syracuse University has a long history of educating veterans dating back over 100 years to 1918 for those who had fought in World War I. We then played a significant role in educating veterans of World War II who came to campus by the thousands under the original GI Bill. Our support of veterans did not end there. Veterans of every conflict and war have found a home at Syracuse University. Today, we are providing a rich array of services to support student veterans of the post-9/11 wars, including participation in the Yellow Ribbon Program to make sure education is affordable and accessible. To our graduating student veterans, you are now joining the ranks of thousands of veteran alumni of Syracuse University. They set the bar high for you because they went on to distinguish themselves in business and public service and by raising healthy families and building strong communities. Your graduation this weekend is a magnificent achievement. You reached a career milestone through discipline, tenacity, dedication, and hard work. While you were here, you made Syracuse University a better place. You enhanced our classrooms, ignited awareness, enlightened those around you, strengthened our purpose, and continually reminded us of our commitment to veterans. I challenge you to take all you have learned here at Syracuse University and go out now to help make the world a better place. Moreover, while doing so, please stay connected with Syracuse University. Help us support the veterans who are following in your footsteps. Best wishes for the next phase of your life's journey, and welcome to the Orange Nation. I now invite Vice Chancellor Mike Haney to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker.
Thanks, Carrie. I may mess up your pedestal here, but I'm thrilled to be with all of you here today, and it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Kwan Puruchabudur. Dr. Puruchabudur earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from Syracuse University and a commission as a second lieutenant from Syracuse University's Army ROTC program. As an officer in the Army Nurse Corps, her first duty station was Womack Medical Center at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And in 2003, she deployed as a trauma nurse with the 28th Combat Support Hospital during the invasion of Iraq. During her time at Camp Dogwood, Tikrit, and the Green Zone in Baghdad, Dr. Puruchabudur honed her combat trauma and mass casualty management skills. And upon returning from Iraq, she was assigned to the 274th Forward Surgical Team as assistant head nurse. After her military service, Dr. Puruchabudur went on to earn her Master of Science in Nursing from the University of North Carolina, but she continued to serve the military-connected community as a board-certified nurse practitioner in women's health and the women's health nurse practitioner at Bryan Allgood Community Hospital in South Korea. Kwan later earned a postgraduate certificate in nurse midwifery, and she continued her service to the military at Fort Bragg, now Fort Liberty, where she practiced as a women's health nurse practitioner and certified nurse midwife in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Womack Army Medical Center. In 2015, she and her family moved to the DC metro area, where she assumed a position at the Fort Belvoir Community Hospital, and while at Fort Belvoir, she served as the women's health nurse practitioner and certified nurse midwife. During her time at Fort Belvoir, she also earned a doctorate in nursing practice from Frontier Nursing University. She has a passion for women's health. She has served as a subject matter expert for women's health on several committees and working groups for the Defense Health Agency and at Fort Belvoir Community Hospital. Dr. Puruchabudur was also appointed to the board of the National Association of Nurse Practitioners of Women's Health, and she serves on the advisory committee of the Joint Board of Nursing and Medicine for the Department of Health Professions in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today, she is an assistant professor at the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences in Family and Women's Health Nurse Practitioner Program. She also serves as an adjunct faculty member at Georgetown. in the Women's Health Nurse Practitioner and Certified Nurse Midwife program. Just a few of her awards and recognitions include the Master Clinician Award, service as a Fellow of the American College of Nurse Midwives, the Iraq Campaign Medal, multiple Army Commendation and Achievement Medals, and many others. She and her husband, who just retired from the Army himself, reside in Vienna, Virginia with their 3 children and a golden retriever. We are fortunate that Quan is with us today, so please join me in welcoming back home to Syracuse University, Dr. Perucha-Buter.
I'm short, so I'm going to lower this a little bit. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Haney, and thank you, Chancellor Severud and Dr. Chen, deans, members of the Chancellor's leadership team, and members of the Syracuse University Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and most importantly, student veteran graduates. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as a veteran, advanced practice clinician, and a Syracuse University alum. I know this is the start to a very busy and exciting weekend, so in the interest of time, I'll speak for about an hour, if that's okay with you. Okay. Seriously though, I'll make this brief. As we gather here to celebrate your academic accomplishments, I cannot help but reflect on the incredible sacrifices and dedication that have been brought by each and every one of you on this momentous day. As someone who has served our country, I know firsthand the trials and tribulations that come with military service. I know the feeling of leaving loved ones behind to serve a cause that is greater than oneself. I also know the fear and the trauma that come with being in a combat zone, the pain of losing friends and patients, and the lasting impact that it can have on one's mental health. To me, a purposeful life is about service. I've had the opportunity to serve in many capacities. My role as a parent, trauma nurse, women's health nurse practitioner, nurse midwife, and now as a faculty member. Today, I'd like to share 3 lessons that I've learned that continues to help me to be of service to others. First lesson, overcoming the fear of not being enough. One of my biggest fears of not being enough is my role as a parent, right? Shocking. I've had 3 wonderful children who are vastly different. In 2021, my kids went back to school post-COVID, right? They did school online for about a year or so. I came home one day from work and I found my 8-year-old daughter had unpacked her lunchbox, and there was something lingering inside her lunchbox, and I wasn't sure if it was a drawing or a note, something from her friends. So I opened it up and it was a note, and it read, "Have a great day. Love, Mom." You see, I didn't write that note. So she wrote it in her tiny little handwriting. Pre-COVID, I left lunch notes in all of their lunch boxes. Post-COVID, I didn't even think to. I didn't have to buy a single lunch or pack a single lunch for about a year. I did not know how much of an impact that simple act had on her. After that, I did what any respectable parent would have done. I outsourced my love to Amazon. I purchased pre-packaged love notes that had different messages each day. I signed them, right, and I placed them in her lunchbox. I was an exhausted parent. I was leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning for work, coming home 6, 7 p.m. some days. My husband was gone. I simply sat there and I thought to myself, I'm not enough as a parent. You see, our biggest battle will always be our minds. We can choose to wallow and continually put ourselves down. But what I learned is I can grow from those moments. I simply ask myself, have my actions as a parent been of pure intention and with the greatest of efforts? If I can answer yes to that, I know that I'm enough. And I apply that simple intention and effort question to any situation in my life when I start to question if I'm enough. And that's always been my true north. My second lesson I've learned is moving forward with resiliency. Military life, it isn't always easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. There are many barriers to overcome for every member of the family. No matter how many times I wanted to give up, I push forward with resiliency. To practice resiliency, you have to be open-minded and place yourself in uncomfortable spaces. Resiliency comes from the discipline to do the work and personal growth that comes with adversity. In the last 5 years, I completed a postmaster's doctorate program while my husband was at the War College, and he subsequently received orders in PCS to Bragg. And I worked a full-time job in Virginia, which involved being on call at night, moved into a new home, pursued a new career while keeping 3 kids on track. This was anything but easy. In the long run, I knew it would be worthwhile because I knew I was giving my family and I a stronger personal and professional foundation. Unlike many people, I was fortunate to have this foundation of resiliency through my military career. All of you here already have that head start with resiliency through your military career and life, so always remind yourselves of that. Third lesson I've learned: inspiration comes in many forms. I find my inspiration from listening to other people's lived experiences. In 2002, I found inspiration in the least likely of places. As a new graduate nurse, I was placed on a medical surgical unit at Womack Army Medical Center. Every day I went into work, I was assigned the same patients for continuity. My job consisted of repeated mundane tasks. I was anything but inspired by this. I knew I was lacking something, and I really wasn't experiencing that impact that I thought I would be having by choosing this profession. What I was missing was connection and inspiration. One day, one of my patients, CW2 Aaron Weaver, sensed that, and he struck this conversation up with me. He started telling me his life story. He asked me if I'd ever heard of the book Black Hawk Down. And I'd said, of course, who hasn't? He proceeded to tell me he was part of the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia and is now a survivor of testicular cancer. I was shocked. This man I cared for every day had overcome all of that. So now we fast forward to the fall of 2003, during my deployment to Iraq. Aaron taps me on my shoulder in a trauma bay of the hospital in Baghdad. I thought he would be medically retired by now from the Army. But nope, there he stood before me. He was there with a medical waiver so that he wouldn't miss the fight. These are his words. He also had a brother who was deployed as well, whom he was about to surprise. I thought to myself, he really did have the best timing to inspire me. First, when I was struggling for purpose as a new nurse, and now during a long deployment when my morale was low. I found inspiration through Aaron's journey while he repeatedly found the call of service despite his personal adversities. So you can imagine how heartbroken I was to find out that he was on board a UH-60 Black Hawk while on a medevac mission that was shot down near Fallujah, Iraq on January 8, 2004, and was killed along with 8 other soldiers. Throughout the last 20 plus years, I repeatedly find myself back to Aaron's story to be inspired when I need it the most. I anchor my journey on these 3 lessons. What I realized is life is about constant reinvention. I've had to continuously learn, unlearn, and relearn. It's about that journey and not the destination. So in conclusion, I want to congratulate you all on tremendous achievements. You've overcome challenges and shown incredible dedication, and for that, you should be proud. As you move forward in your careers and lives, remember the lessons you've learned, and never forget the impact you can have on the world. I wish you all the best as you continue on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Quan, for that inspiring message. It is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker and current president of the Student Veteran Organization, John Nipper. John is a United States Navy veteran. He served 4 years as a cryptologic intelligence analyst supporting maritime interdiction operations and ensuring international security in the Pacific Fleet. Currently, John is a class of 2023 student veteran. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs. John is continuing his education as a graduate candidate of the Master of Public Administration program. Since he stepped on campus back in spring of 2021, John has been an active member of the Student Veteran Organization. John is a 2022 George W. Bush Institute Veteran Leadership Scholar, where he began an initiative to increase student veteran involvement in the intelligence community post-military service. He also worked in legislative policy with the United States Senate and the Department of State in grants work supporting the humanitarian aid in the Middle East and Africa. John, we thank you for your service to our nation and on campus, as well as your participation and leadership in the Student Veteran Organization. Please join me in welcoming John Nipper.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, proud families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow student veterans. It is an immense honor and privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate the incredible achievements of Syracuse University's student veteran class of 2023. I want to acknowledge and sincerely thank many special guests here today: Chancellor and President of Syracuse University, Kent Severoid, Professor of Practice, Dr. Chen from Engineering and Computer Sciences, Dr. Mike Haney, Vice Chancellor for Strategic Innovations and Innovation, my own Maxwell Dean, David Van Slyke, and many other exceptional deans from all our schools and colleges. Thanks also to the loyal members of Chancellor's leadership team and the Syracuse University Board of Trustees. Because of your faithful dedication to this institution, you have genuinely made Syracuse University the best place for veterans. I would also like to acknowledge the tireless work of the Office of Veteran and Military Affairs and the Office of Veteran Success, and all others who truly make this the best place for veterans. Thanks as well to the dedicated members of the Student Veterans Organization and their faithful support. Without the support from all these fantastic people and this outstanding university, I know I would be lost at sea, adrift from one endeavor to the other. When I came to Syracuse University, I didn't know what I wanted to do or where I wanted to end up. I knew only that Syracuse had a fantastic reputation for public service and for supporting their student veterans. And I figured that was enough to set me on the right path, and so I jumped in with both feet. My years at Syracuse are easily some of the most challenging endeavors I've undertaken, but I am a better and more fulfilled person because of my time here. Not only because of the opportunities and doors which are open to me with a degree in international relations from Maxwell School, but also because Syracuse University has forged me into a better, more well-rounded, and more complete individual. The late, great Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. As we transition from military service to civilian life, we are armed with this powerful weapon and the opportunities that come with it. Our time at Syracuse University has been a transformative journey that has enriched our minds and broadened our perspectives. As the Student Veterans Organization president, I have witnessed firsthand the incredible diversity, resilience, and camaraderie that makes this community so unique. We have come together as one, transcending the boundaries of our individual experiences to create a network of support, understanding, and inspiration. We have built bridges of understanding, fostered an environment of inclusion, and provided support for one another in times of need. These values have brought us to where we are today and will continue to guide us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. Our time at Syracuse University has not only provided us with knowledge and skills to excel in our chosen fields, but has offered an opportunity to forge lifelong friendships, engage in thought-provoking discourse, and broaden our horizons. As student veterans, we possess a unique combination of discipline, leadership, and adaptability that sets us apart. We have been tested under the most challenging circumstances and emerged stronger. As we pursue our careers and dreams, let us continue to draw upon the lessons we have learned and the values that we hold dear. As we now embark on the next chapter of our lives, let us remember the values instilled to us by our military service: honor, courage, and commitment. These values have served as our compass during our time at Syracuse University, guiding us through the challenges of academic life, and they will continue to steer us in the right direction as we enter the workforce, embark on new adventures, and strive to make a difference. We are not merely university graduates, but ambassadors for the power of education and its transformative impact on our lives. Let us now use our newfound knowledge to advocate for change, to inspire future generations, and to build bridges of understanding and compassion. In closing, I encourage each of you to hold fast to the dreams and ambitions that have brought you this far, to seek out new opportunities for growth and service consistently, and to remain committed to the ideals of integrity, courage, and selflessness that defines us as veterans. Let's show the world that the best days of our service are still ahead of us. Congratulations on your extraordinary achievements to the Syracuse University Student Veterans Class of 2023. As you venture out into the world, may you be guided by wisdom you have gained, the friendships that you have forged, and the indomitable spirit that has carried you through the even darkest of days. May your future be filled with promise, passion, and the unwavering spirit that defines the student veteran community. Together, we will continue to rise above adversity, inspire those around us, and ultimately change the world. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, John. Today, we are here to recognize the success of our graduating student veterans, success achieved through hard work, persistence, and determination. We would also like to acknowledge the support that your family and friends have provided along this incredible journey. They have most likely provided you with the right support you needed while attending Syracuse University, such as helping you study for a big exam, or they may have simply provided you with the right dose of encouragement you needed to succeed. Your family and friends play an important role in your success at Syracuse University, and we would like to say thank you to the family and friends for supporting your student veteran. We know how difficult it is juggling the multiple responsibilities you manage. However, you had a singular aim, and that was to do whatever necessary to add to your knowledge and meet the demands placed on you to succeed both in and outside of the classroom. It is our pleasure to salute each of you. Today, we will recognize you personally with a handshake and present you with a distinctive cord identifying you as a veteran to wear at commencement events this weekend. The red, white, and blue cord that we present to you today is a symbol of double achievement: your hard work throughout your academic career and your service to our country. At this time, I would like to invite all student veterans who are here to be recognized at today's commencement ceremony to move to the left side of the auditorium and line up with your graduation name card. The OVMA staff will be there to assist you. Thank you. I now invite Vice Chancellor Haney to come forward. Graduates, when I call your name, please come forward to receive this keepsake from all of us at Syracuse University. John Nipper, Navy veteran, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations and Policy Studies from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs. Stephen Polkinghorn, Air Force, Bachelor of Professional Studies in Cybersecurity Administration from the College of Professional Studies. Christian Teodoro, Army, Master of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. I'm really excited about this one. William Harrington, Army, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from the College of Arts and Sciences. David Sharton, Army, Master of Science in Multimedia, Photography and Design, SI Newhouse School of Public Communications. Tylil Hodge, graduating from Film and Media Arts from VPA. Marguerite Gore, Coast Guard, Masters of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. Jun Dong, Army, Masters of Architect from the School of Architecture. James Earl, Army, Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs, and he is also receiving a history minor. Carrie Micklin, Navy, Masters of Library and Information Sciences from the School of Information Studies. Carrie is also graduating with a Certificate of Advanced Studies in Information Security Management. John Minberg, Air Force, Bachelor of Arts in Geography and Environment, Sustainability, and Policy from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs. Benjamin Chavez, Air Force, Master of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. April Crone, Navy, Masters of Science in Information Systems, School of Information Studies, and she's also graduating with a Certificate of Advanced Study in Information Security. Mindy Barhow, Air Force, Bachelor's of Science in Biology and Forensic Science from the College of Arts and Sciences. Miguel Manlicklick, Army, Masters of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. This one is also going to be a fan favorite. Philip Benedict, Air Force, Master of Science, Teaching and Curriculum, School of Education, and he's also getting a certificate of advanced study in instructional design. Amanda Lalonde, Navy, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Forensic Science from the College of Arts and Sciences. Aldrich Cade, Bachelors of Arts in Psychology and Forensic Science from the College of Arts and Sciences. Jennifer Aquino, Navy, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistic Studies from the College of Arts and Sciences. Christian Strauss, Army, Master of Arts in International Relations from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs. Michael Chuba, Navy, Masters of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. Joshua Fargo, Master of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. And now we have the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Rosito, who is graduating with a Master of Public Administration from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs, and who would also like to acknowledge happy birthday to his dad, who turned 65. Christopher Marshall, Army, Masters of Business Administration, the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. Ryan Graham, Air Force, Masters of Business Administration, the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. And last but certainly not least, Patrick Denny, Army, Masters of Business Administration from the Martin J. Whitman School of Management. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. We would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank everyone involved with the ceremony today. Your presence here demonstrates your understanding and appreciation of the value veterans add to our university. Our particular thanks to Vice Chancellor Haney, Colonel Retired Ron Novak, Lieutenant Colonel Retired Dwayne Murray, and Matthew Cunningham from the Office of Veteran and Military Affairs. Keynote speaker Dr. Kwan Perucha-Buter, student speaker John Nipper, our vocalist Joshua Tapia, and the Office of Veteran Success team. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the benediction by Reverend Dr. Brian Conkle, and remain standing for the Syracuse University alma mater, the lyrics to which can be found on the last page of your program. I now invite up Reverend Dr. Brian Conkle to deliver the benediction.
A blessing for the graduates. Enriched by your time in this place, may you become part of a more caring and compassionate world. May you find the courage to speak with boldness and the strength to listen with humility. Graduates, may you foster learning to preserve and enhance our world. And as we all marvel at the joys and trials of life, may we all celebrate the times we are creators of a better world, and when we leave behind us a trail of encouragement and hope. Graduates, may you be blessed, and may your lives bless each and every one of us. This is our prayer, O God. We trust it is your desire. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and remain seated while the student veterans proceed to the platform for an official group photo. Student veterans, can you please move forward to the platform at this time? Come on up, center stage. You guys are gonna have to back it, so if you're tall. Congrats, sir. Good job. Nice and close.
All right.
One. No, you're good. Don't leave yet. We now invite the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor up, and Dr. Kwan Pruchabuter for a picture with the graduates.
I'll go on the other side.
Josh, this would be the time to take pictures.
Yes, if you'd like to take pictures now, you can do so.
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. To our graduates, we offer our respect, gratitude, and congratulations. We invite our guests to join us in the Bisignano Grand Hall for a reception. We hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend celebrating your accomplishments.
Great as always.